In both the books, Brave New World and The Crucible, they both have very similar themes despite having different plots. In Brave New World, the world is centralized around a industrialized society, while in The Crucible, it is based pre-industrialization. The theme that connects both Brave New World and is safety and happiness versus truth or freedom.
Some of the connecting theme between these two books is would you rather be free or happy? In The Crucible, you really have to choose between whether you want death or your whole family to be shamed and put down by the rest of the town. In Brave New World, the theme of would you rather be free or happy is really shown by whether you want to be just ignorant and dumb and not understand what's going on in the world around you, or
whether you want to be like drugged by soma.
Yeah, you're drugged up, and it's
and
not a
that
good
kind
thing.
of relates back to the control thing, because in The Crucible, dancing is desired, but it's also illegal. However, in the
Forbidden fruit.
in the Brave New World, sex is promoted, and it's normally seen as a good thing. And if you don't do it, then you're not
Monogamy is seen as dirty. Marriage and family and pregnancy and motherhood are all seen as very dirty, dirty subjects. And those things are things that we would see good at. There's a real culture of overconsumption. Like Mustard said, too much of a good thing. And John kind of goes against this. He wants to experience pain. He wants to experience sin. And he wants to experience the sadness and anger at yourself that comes with sin. Because without that, he cannot experience the truth and he cannot experience happiness. And that brings up the theme in both of pleasure and safety versus truth. The people in Brave New World take soma, which clouds their vision, clouds their view of the world.
The Crucible uses dramatic irony, such as Elizabeth lying for her husband, to convey the story of whether she had a choice whether to tell the truth and get in trouble, or lie and live a more free and comfortable life.
The judges say that they will not permit lies in their court, and they don't want the man to fall. They don't want Proctor to fall to a lie. Yet they know, and we know as the audience, that they are in fact letting him die for a lie. And Brave New World is a satire of extreme capitalism.
Satire is strongly used in Brave New World to show extreme overconsumption and industrialization. They do this by, in the dialogue, they use phrases such as ends don't mend and I don't like the lower classes, and phrases like that to show that the thoughts they have been grown up and trained with throughout their childhood, they would rather stick with those than be who they really are.
The endings of both the books are contrasted because while in Brave New World, John commits suicide out of shame after falling to worldly desires while trying to discover the truth, falling it back into pleasure and safety and happiness rather than being free. In The Crucible, Proctor is able to free himself from his guilt and discover the truth that he is not a bad person, and he allows his death out of pride.
Each society has something that controls the people. For example, in The Crucible, religion is a strong basis on what they have to follow. In Brave New World, tech is what makes people promoted to do stuff.
Reputation is a big thing in both of them. Bernard has a reputation for being very strange. He does not like to take soma. He does not engage in the promiscuity of the other people. And everyone cares about their reputation in The Crucible. Proctor fears for it. That's why he won't admit that Abigail and him have an affair. Paris longs to have a better reputation with the town. He won't even talk about things that are taboo, even to address them and say that they are not what's happening. He longs for people to like him and respect him. And the court is very, very concerned with people respecting the court more so than they are concerned with people's lives. They won't admit that they're wrong in fear that the court will lose some of its strength. The people become part of the assembly line. They are cogs in a machine. They are what they are consuming, and they are just objects of consumption. They want to buy and buy and buy and buy, but they also are creating and creating and creating and creating, always wanting something more.
They would rather be happy in these social norms that everybody follows by than to be free of insecurity.
Free of this cycle of labor. In the book, it's stated that everyone belongs to everyone else.
These things and these actions are controlled by each person, what they should do, what they have to do. In the Crucible, they are worshiping God. Everyone in town goes to church, and they feel comfortable living in like sin-free and following the rules of the Bible. And the same thing in Brave New World. They all go to church and they worship Ford, and they feel comfortable following a set of rules and taking soma and doing certain things that are perceived as the right thing to do and the normal. But some characters in these books, such as the main characters, go against this social norm, and they choose to rather know the truth and be free rather than be comfortable and happy.
All of these different topics connect back to the theme, and they use the literary devices satire and irony to express this theme. This has been Addison Rogers,
Riley Grodzinskis,
And Thomas Mercurio.
and thank you for listening in.